Hello and welcome. This episode, we're going to talk about what NLP can do for me, what NLP can do for you, and a little bit about what it has done for me. NLP is the basis of my coaching, and it is something that's very important to this channel and to understanding why we're even getting together and having these discussions. Let's go ahead and get started with the overall question, the underlying question. What is NLP? NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. When we say neuro, we're talking about your nervous system, your brain, your unconscious and your conscious. Linguistic is words and language. It's amazing how much words, language affect our reactions that fire our neurology or don't. And then there's programming, the P. Programming is your individual way of thinking. It is your model of the world and the way you process the things around you in your world. It has to do with your reactions, your interpretations, how you use your emotions. All of that is programming. Our brains are very similar to a computer, and just like a computer can be programmed, you can reprogram it, you can use new software, you can upgrade it and update it. We can also renew our minds. We can renew our programming. It's not as difficult as it sounds, and it's extremely effective. And it's all inside of you. You just need someone to help guide you to bring that out and to get that in the direction you want it to go. So that is why I am an NLP coach, because of what NLP can do for you and what it's done for me. So have you ever had the feeling like you are just stuck? You do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and get the same result. That you can see your goal, you can see where you want to get to, and something always seems to get in the way. This is your programming. Your programming helps determine how far you are going to be able to go in your life, in your career, in your relationships, your habits. All of those things are your programming. And so when you can change your programming, you can change your results. Sounds great, right? Um, well, we came across NLP, um, went to a real estate convention, and one of the speakers was speaking about NLP, but I don't believe they ever used the words NLP. They simply talked about being stuck, being cyclical, hitting the wall, doing it all over again. And they also talked about ways that we can break through this. I was terribly intrigued. I had to know. So I went ahead and went to their training, the short one, and it just blew my mind. It was so amazing to learn that much in such a short time about the human brain, about the way people think, about human connections, communication. It was thoroughly amazing, and I love sharing NLP with other people. And one of the things within NLP is timeline therapy, and timeline therapy really, really helps with your programming and reprogramming and kind of getting your brain on the track you want to be on, not on the track that happened to come from your environment, the way you're raised, the experiences you've had, to be able to override those things, to go and be who and what you want to be. So we'll in the next episode we'll get deep into timeline therapy, a lot more about what it is, what it does, how it works. But it is one of the cornerstones of the breakthrough. And a breakthrough is amazing because in a breakthrough, you are able to release your negative emotions. You're able to release limiting beliefs and replace them with a resourceful belief. And there's few things more freeing and then releasing negative emotions. Emotions you may not really actually pay attention to, but they may be doing a little bit of mm, unpleasant programming. They're called negative emotions for a reason. They usually don't do a whole lot of positive things for us. And being able to release them and talk to your limiting beliefs. So, what is a limiting belief? Hmm. Well, a limiting belief is kind of like that little voice you hear that says, "Oh, you can't do that. You won't succeed. Oh, you're not worthy of that." All those slightly negative, hold you back beliefs are things that are limiting you. You may have adopted a limiting belief back when you were younger, when somebody said to you, "Oh, well, you'll never do X, or you're not good enough for Y." Um, those stay with you for a very long time. And being able to replace those with something positive and productive and purposeful is extremely valuable. Is it okay if I tell you a little story? Okay. After we went to our first training, we learned a lot about communicating and linguistics and other people's model of the world. And we were able to kind of step into someone else's linguistic model of the world and work with their programming to be able to communicate better. And here's the example. We knew when we got back from our training, we needed to have what we expected to be a very difficult conversation with someone who was a work partner and also a relative and someone we very much respect. However, talking to this person was usually difficult. You know that feeling when you feel like you're banging your head on the wall, and no matter how you say it, how many times you say it, no matter how you switch up the words, the message just isn't getting through. Well, we came back and we put into practice what we had learned. We took time to prepare and make sure that we were ready to use this person's model of the world to communicate with them instead of expecting them to come into my model and communicate with me the way I want to be communicated with. So we did it. We're prepared. We gave a call, expecting it to be long and drawn out. And to our amazement, this was the most productive, short, happy, positive conversation we'd ever had. It was beautiful. It was amazing. And it has totally changed our relationship for the better. I mean, we now communicate very clearly. And, this person has done some breakthrough work with us. And the communication, the understanding has grown tremendously. And we're so appreciative to NLP for giving us these skills and these tools and to allow us to share that with others. So I do look forward to sharing more with you. Like I said, in the next episode, we will get deep into timeline therapy. So before we end, let's make sure we answer the question: what can NLP do for you? All right, here we go. It can change the entire way you interact with other people. Whether you've known them for a while, whether you're related, whether they're friends, whether you just walked into a room to network, a room full of strangers. NLP gives you such amazing tools to be able to communicate to others. And it also allows you to be communicated to so much easier. So if you want to know more, um, you can go ahead and check out my website. I will be glad to share um, all the information I have. And also, I'll be glad to help you with a breakthrough. So if you are tired of that constant loop, if you're tired of feeling like you're holding yourself back, and if you are just ready to learn more effective communication, real, deep communication, particularly if you are in a relationship business, and most businesses are, um, please take a look at the website and let us show you personally what NLP can do for you. Until next time, I'm Coach Deidre. Thank you for joining me and have a great day. I do hope you know more